So recently at Summer Games Fest, there was a surprise announcement of a brand new Power Rangers game releasing later this year in 2024. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind. Now this game is a retro style beat 'em up, much like the old Super Nintendo game from back in the day and much like Shredder's Revenge, where it's going to be a 5-player co-op game where you can play as all 5 of the Rangers or 6 of the Rangers, and you can fight your way through hordes of putties and famous Power Ranger monsters. Now, although everyone is sick of MMPR, including myself, I thought I'd make a video breaking down this trailer and going over all the Easter eggs and the references that I could find when carefully analysing this trailer and breaking it down. So let's go over the trailer for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind and go over all the Easter eggs and the references that I managed to find in this trailer. And also don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel if you're new, it'd be much appreciated. I put out a lot of Power Rangers content on the channel, from the comics to the TV show and whatever news drops when it comes to Power Rangers related things. So if you like that, hit that subscribe button for more Power Rangers related content. With that said, let's break down this trailer and talk about it. Now the first thing we see with this trailer is a recreation of the Rangers at the juice bar being summoned by Zordon for the very first time when they first become Rangers. After that we then get 2 fast cuts of the Rangers being summoned into the juice bar or the youth center, and another shot of them fighting putties on the street. Now there is a truck in the background and there is text on that truck and it's hard to figure out what it is. It almost looks like a G and it almost looks like a carrot, so I do wonder if this is a reference to Pudgy Pig maybe, or something else. Now after that we then get another shot of the Rangers fighting putties and what possibly seems like to be the power plant from Teamwork, that episode 3 of MMPR, and then another cut of the Rangers fighting on the streets, and then we see the boss battle against Madame Woe, where the Rangers are fighting her in what seems to be a shot-for-shot almost recreation of where that fight takes place in the TV show. After that we then have the Rangers fighting putties on the rooftops and we can see a billboard for an advertisement for Chunky Fried Chicken, referencing Chunky Chicken, an MMPR monster from season 1. Now after that we then get a cutscene where Robo Rita appears, so it looks like that she was actually able to travel back in time and meet her past self. If you don't remember, Robo Rita's goal in Once and Always was to travel back in time and meet her past self when she got out of the dumpster and kill the Rangers before they even ever became Rangers. So she planned on giving advice to her younger self how to kill the Rangers. So it looks like she might be doing that here, but giving advice to her younger self 30 years in the past. So again, they're borrowing from Once and Always, which is an interesting thing. I didn't expect to see Robo Rita appearing in this video game. We then get some more gameplay of the boss fight against Goldar, and what I assume to be is that same rooftop we saw earlier with the Chunky Chicken billboard, so I assume this is the same level, because we later see that rooftop area again when Rita throws down the magic wand to make Goldar grow. So I do wonder if this is maybe the first episode they're retelling with one of the early levels of the game, because if you remember in the first episode of MMPR, the first character they fight is Goldar. We then get this clip of the Rangers on a roller coaster and they're shooting clown-like putties at the circus, and we see this circus area a fair bit in the trailer. Now, it looks like they might be retelling No Clowning around episode 11 of MMPR, but if you go back and you see the roller coaster they're on, there are 6 cards, 1 for each color of the Ranger, and there's an extra one being a green one. So I'm assuming with whatever Ranger you play as, they'll get in the respective card colors of whatever Ranger they are. So that's a nice little touch that they're doing. We also then have a clip of the Rangers fighting what appears to be possibly Rita's palace, because there's a lot of putties on screen, but not only that, in the back of everything going on you do see a green portal behind the Rangers, so I assume this is near the final stages of the game. After that we then have a clip of the Rangers fighting Tangers, so I'm guessing either Robo Rita brings the Tangers in from the future, or this game is going to play through the entirety of all 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That is the big question on my mind. Is this a greatest hits game where we'll see some of our favourite moments recreated, or is Rita bringing elements from the future into the past? Because if Rita is bringing elements from the future into the past, why not pull from other Power Ranger villains from later seasons like Lost Galaxy or In Space, RPM, Samurai, stuff like that? Why don't we see other villains like that being the monsters that the MMPR Rangers fight? But hey, MMPR is nostalgia for a lot of people, and that's what Hasbro seems to focus on a lot. So after that, we then get a cutscene where the Rangers are fighting Goldar, and we see the Dinozords coming together. Now, the animation for this cutscene looks alright from what we've seen so far. I just want to see it in full once the game does drop. But if there's one thing I want to nitpick out when it comes to the art style for this video game, it is the Rangers in their civilian form, or their civilian outfits. They're not the best looking designs. It almost looks like the early designs of the Rangers and Go-Go Power Rangers, but they couldn't get that artist, so they got someone else, and they tried to emulate that design but give their own unique take on it, but they kind of missed the mark. So I'm not the biggest fan of those civilian designs that the artist did. I don't want to mock their artwork. I'm sure they're very talented if they did work on it, but I kind of wish we got something that looked closer to the comics during the Dan Mora run. We then get to see what looks like we'll be getting different segments of gameplay as the game progresses. One of them seems to be a rail shooter, where you have the T-Rex sword and he's chasing Eye Guy and he's shooting the many eyeballs that Eye Guy has, and another part where the Rangers are on that same roller coaster we saw from earlier, but they're shooting putties like it's in a first-person view. So after that, we then get to see the Rangers fighting more putties, and it looks like there's going to be different versions of putties. In the trailer, we see putties with like different weapons on their arms and their hands, but there's one unique putty design we see in this trailer, and that is a putty with 3 heads, and he looks much more larger and much more bulkier than all the other ones. So it looks like there's going to be different putties that you'll be fighting as the game goes on and you move further on. After that, we then get to see some more rail shooting action where MMPR Red is on their bike and they're chasing after Krabby Cabby, who is a monster that appeared in MMPR Season 3, but that was also the episode where we saw the debut of the Shark Cycles. So, again, is this game going to be pulling from the best moments of MMPR, or is Rita pulling different villains from different periods of Ranger history to fight the original 6 Rangers we all know and love? So we'll have to wait and see until the game comes out. After that, we then do get to see the Rangers having a boss battle against Bones, and again, the level design is pulling reference from the episode in the TV show, as it looks almost one for one from how that episode went down. So after that, we see more of the Krabby Caddy chase footage, and after that we see a Megazord cutscene where it forms, and then we see a little bit of the Megazord gameplay footage where it's in first person and you're punching up Eye Guy, which has been a little bit controversial within the comment section. People were probably hoping for a 2D Zord battle like in the older games, but this is the only glimpse we see of it, so maybe we'll see different Zord battles take place as the game goes on, or different Zord battles for different monsters. We'll have to wait and find out. So yeah, that was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Reader's Rewind. It's dropping on Windows, PC, and consoles, and we have no idea when the release date is, but they did say later this year. But I'll make more videos talking about it as we get more info, as news drops for this game. I'll probably stream it on the channel when it drops as well. I'll probably make a couple of Let's Plays focusing around, or maybe I'll play it on stream, who knows. But what are your thoughts on MMPR Reader's Rewind? Are you going to pick this up? Are you not going to pick this up? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. With that said, I'll catch you guys later, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, bye.